Hey guys, how's it going? So now that we're done fixing all the issues with the car, I'm thinking let's add to the mods. So everything the car has on at the moment, I pretty much bought with already installed. The only thing that I've installed was the valve control. So I've got this remote which lets me open and close the valves whenever I want, instead of having it closed by default and then only opening under throttle or if the car is in Sport Plus. And now I'm thinking the next mod for it will be this. So for those of you that know what this is, nice, and for the ones that don't, I'll show you. So this is a little screen that you mount inside of your vent, and it gives you gauges that let you monitor different things. So not just gauges, but basically it lets you monitor pretty much every sensor in the car: oil temperature, power, speed, RPM, anything you want or imagine. You can configure that to monitor and display to you on the screen, which replaces one of your vents. Why this one is really nice is because, as you can see with the construction, you still have vents on the side, so it doesn't completely block the airflow in that vent. It just routes it around the actual screen. So yeah, anyway, I've really wanted to have one of these in my car since I bought it. I have a friend that has something similar, and it's really cool, the information that these are able to provide. BMW doesn't really give you any of that from factory. You have an oil temperature monitor, which I don't really like the way it is, and you basically have to give up seeing your range and stuff in the dash. So I've always wanted something like this to be able to monitor the oil temperature, the coolant temperature, and so on and so forth. So yeah, we're gonna install this, give it a go, see what it's like. So let's get to it. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a quick overview of what's in the box. So as you can see, my model works on the F20X, F30X, and F80X BMWs. That's because they all have the same vent, but or vent shape anyway. But they make these for all kinds of make and models. So if you like what you see and you want one of these, have a look on their website. They probably make it for your car as well. But just to get inside of the box, you have a quick start guide. You've got an English and a German version of it. This guide has QR codes which you can scan, and this will take you to a detailed installation, you know, a PDF which has pictures for every step. It's really useful, really handy when you're actually installing it. There's a few stickers and some padding, and then underneath that you have the actual screen. So the screen casing that fits inside of your vent, this is made out of 3D printed plastic. And there is a few little bits of plastic filament where, you know, it was doing its thing. It's not ideal, but it's not a problem really. You can clean those out before you install it. But then the actual screen itself is really nice and sturdy, and then you can see the connectors for the cables that go into the CAN bus. And then you have a micro USB, which then plugs into your laptop. So this obviously is going to sit in the vent, and then underneath this you have all the cabling that's going to be going with it. So like I said, micro USB to normal USB, so you can plug this in your laptop and configure all the different screens. And then these are the cables that will go from the screen into your CAN bus. So yeah, that is pretty much everything in the box. Now let's get it installed and see how it goes. So this probably looks like a mess, but basically you have to take off the carbon fiber trim here with the vents, because obviously you need access to the vent and you need access to the CAN bus over here. So you need to take a bit of trim out from here as well, unscrew a few things and do all that. So I've just done all that. I've also finished the vents. So you need to drill a hole into the side of the vent where the cables feed through. So now they're coming out from there, and then they're going to go in the back of the screen. And then obviously the other end of the cables is going to end in here. So yeah, it looks like a write-off, but we're making progress, steady progress. So yeah, I'll come back when it's all back together. Okay, so the car is back together, all the trim is back in place, and there is the screen. It's all installed. So it is the next day, but that's mainly because by the time I finished last night, it was dark and I didn't want to be bothered with all the software stuff. So I said I'll leave it overnight. Woke up this morning, plugged my laptop in, got all of that set up, and there it is. So like I said, the trim's back in place. It was easier to fit back than it was to take off, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, now that it's together, if we turn the ignition on, you should see the startup animation. There it is. and then it should go into the first screen. So that's just a simple one. It's just showing boost, water temperature, intake temperature, and oil temperature. And then when you scroll, you can go through all the different screens. This one's got RPM and a bunch of other stuff. These are all default. I haven't really set up much yet. I've just put the default ones that I like, and obviously this will take a lot of tweaking over the next sort of weeks to dial in and get all the information I want from it. I don't want it to be too crazy. I just need to kind of keep an eye on, you know, oil temperature, water temperature, oil pressure, that kind of stuff. So we'll get all that set up. But yeah, that is it. And then if you swipe down, you there you go. There in the end, you've got setup and etc. And then if you swipe up, I think it should let you log, and then you can also adjust the brightness if it's too bright at night or anything like that. So that is the screen. Let's give the car a start up and you'll see the figures go up. So just foot on the brake, typical, there it is. So as you can see, it reflects your RPM from there, and then obviously the temperatures will start rising as the car heats up. Same thing here. Obviously no boost because we're not applying any throttle. But yeah, that is it, guys. Great little bit of kit. It's got a lot of potential. I haven't even begun digging into all the potential this thing's got, but I'm sure I'll learn about it over the next couple of weeks and start using it to its full potential. But yeah, this is great. I think if you're looking into getting one of these for your cars, I definitely think you should. The setup is a little bit intimidating at start, but genuinely it's not too bad to do. Once you get it working, you just, you know, power your way through it and get there eventually. You just got to be careful. You wire everything correctly. Obviously disconnect the battery before you start doing any cabling, and just be careful with the trim so you don't break any other bits. But I think that will be it for now, guys. I'm gonna go take the car for a drive, make sure everything performs as it should, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.